Yo, what up? It's your boy Crescendo. We are live on the hype. We got your boy Nowadays not in the studio because he's stuck in traffic. Congratulations, Florida, you played yourself. Anyways, I'm excited. We got a lot of new music that we're going to be playing on the show today. We are going to be playing some music from Nowadays, Letter to You. And we got some new music by Don Rivera. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know we are now available on Spotify and iTunes podcasts. So if you want to look up The Hype with Crescendo, as well, we have our podcast with Dayton live now for streaming. So again, add us to your Spotify playlist as well. Add us on iTunes, where you listen to podcasts. We're here. We got you. With some really dope hip hop. I'll be throwing the playlist pretty soon in our IG stories, so be on the lookout for the Hype playlist as well. We got some new music for you today. 90s Baby by Don Rivera, and then we're gonna be playing some Roy Tosh right after that. That's day one. All right, y'all. You're listening to the Hype. Let's go.
You got me feeling like the 90s. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really all that I need. Can't see nobody else beside me. You got me feeling like the 90s. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really all that I need. Can't see nobody else beside me. You got me feeling like that kid back in 5th grade. Nervous if you finna check the box. Is it gonna be a yes, no, maybe? I just wanna make you my lady. Lately I've been trying to keep it low-key. When I copy off your work that you show me, I be staring at you, hoping you don't catch me slipping, hoping you don't.
Boy, why you staring?
Girl, you so fine. The way you looking at me with those brown eyes, you so fine. The smell of your hair, it falls to the side. The funny thing about a secret, it's only really valid if you keep it. And I ain't trying to hide no more. Well, I might be. I guess what I'm trying to say is you got me feeling like the 90s. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really all that I need. Can't see nobody else beside me. You got me feeling like the 90s. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really all that I need. Can't see nobody else beside me. Yeah, fast forward, now we graduating. Congratulations. Now she said she off to college across the nation. She told me when she landed that she would send me a message, but the number that she gave was disconnected. Now I'm feeling dumb. I told the whole world that she's the one. I should've known that I was so afraid of love. Now I understand why my heart raced, cause I passed it like batons just so she can run. I never gave it back to me. That's when every other girl became whack to me. I let a couple days pass, then I check her Instagram, and I saw she had a man. It's like that. Damn, my love was like a domino. I fell for you and you fell for another piece right in front of you. And then I found a crumbled up paper in my bag with her writing. All of this to say she ain't like me. You got me feeling like the 90s. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really all that I need. Can't see nobody else beside me. You got me feeling like the 90s. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really all that I need. Can't see nobody else beside me. You got me feeling like the 90s. Girl, you really broke my heart. You got me feeling like the 90s. Just forget it. Yeah. Tell me, what's a prince with no princess? They just getting fly, girl, you been fresh. Checkmate on all of my wishes. Yeah, make your boy wanna.
Dear youth, let me inspire you. I know when you come from nothing, that's what you aspire to. I had demons working hard to put that curse on me. Never been in gangs, rojo for my university. The college life ain't for everyone. They try to kick me all up out of mine. Uptight, insecure, jealous people tried me all the time. I really thought about dropping out and going back to the portrait, bruh. Then I challenged everybody's doubt. Now I'm rapping over orchestras. They will never embrace our culture. They just hate our culture cause they can't erase our culture. So, in the words of Hova, I try to teach people how to be kings, and all they ever wanted to be was soldiers. Now you the king, grow the castle, make a better heir. Never be indifferent to the kingdom. If it's there, then you better care. My son's life, unbridled, upstanding, upright, so bright, shine forever. Look at my sunlight.
Man, it's looking like I might have to be the inspiration. No longer waiting for no confirmation, I got vindication. Just count it, give me that continuation. Bro told me I'm his inspiration. Inspiration. So it's looking like I might have to be the inspiration. It's looking like I might have to speak for a generation. Just count it, no limitation. My sister told me I'm an inspiration. Inspiration. My big brother told me he looked up to me. Could've had a couple slugs through me. Preacher man, what's the plug to me? So I passed when they passed the drugs to me. Had to be a lame just to make a lane. Build a plane, now you take the train. Try to build a spaceship until you lift. They looking at you like you insane. Mars mission, uncharted rap. You know my heart where I started at. No Kickstarter, got a Vince Carter. Never would've made it on some Marvin Sapp. Cause they ain't really trying to play it though. Unless you sounding like radio. Cuba Gooding, boys in the hood ain't supposed to have an educated flow. Some say I'm too positive, others say I'm too negative. They don't see that they done came together, boy, y'all spit that magnetic strip. You can swipe it anywhere. Never been a fraud trying to win fair. Got me at a desk, sitting in my chair, looking at the Grammys like I should be there. But man, they don't really see us, so they go and put us in the news. Guess we gotta sit with Adidas just for y'all to put yourselves in our shoes. Space, betting on me, others flexing on me, feeling threatened cause they pin a weapon on me. Mama calling in, checking on me, she been praying for me, she won't let the devil have my testimony. Man, they send that to collections on me, but man, these youngins, they respect the homie. Vaccine needle in a haystack, trying to keep a Negro in a slave shack. Let's go put the Migos in the Maybach. They don't wanna see us on a racetrack. We gon' take that, not take that, y'all. Man, it's looking like I might have to be the inspiration. No longer waiting for no confirmation, I got vindication. Just count it, give me that continuation. Bro told me I'm his inspiration. Inspiration. So it's looking like I might have to be the inspiration. It's looking like I might have to speak for a generation. Just count it, no limitation. My sister told me I'm an inspiration. Inspiration.
Man, it's looking like I'ma be the inspiration.
Yeah.
When you see me, I'm on TV, that's that inspiration.
Yeah, you hating, wanna be me, that's that inspiration.
I'm the inspiration.
I'm the inspiration.
This that inspiration. That's that inspiration. This that inspiration. That's that inspiration.
Hold up, now it's looking like they out here trying to steal my motivation. This little light gon' shine, you can never take it. Nah, I've been very patient, monitoring every station. I don't carry hating, cause my inspiration growing every day. I shift, I cook the goals, I'm trying to feed the flames with it, I grew some. If you stagnant, you would never know it. Used to think I knew it all, now I know it's some things I would never know. And when I start my foot into the rap game, main goal was trying to be heroic. I ain't saving no one in this rap game. Used to wanna join the wave, now I'm trying to beat the ocean. I can walk on water with my feet, I'm flowing. Got a pass when I'm up in these streets, I'm chosen in my G code. So important, we know. I'm so anointed, got my inspiration in the form of blessings from my son and daughter. They a gift from heaven. Get the pass if they would ever test them. Young brother went from rest to reverend. Now I'm the king. Grow the castle, give my twins a throne. Remember, no matter how far you go, you can always come right back home. That's
man, it's looking like I might have to be the inspiration. No longer waiting for no confirmation, I got vindication. Just count it, give me that continuation. Bro told me I'm his inspiration. Inspiration. So it's looking like I might have to be the inspiration. It's looking like I might have to speak for a generation. Just count it, no limitation. My sister told me I'm an inspiration. Inspiration.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Crescendo. We are live on the hype with your boy. Nowadays, still stuck in traffic. I'm going to call him out, but it's all good. We are all fam. What I'm excited about this weekend, we have some up-and-coming events throughout Orlando as well. We have The Verb. The Verb is going to have Hazakim as well as Naladeus with his 10th studio album, Letters to You. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited that we are on Spotify and iTunes. So make sure you look up The Hype and Radio UNT on Spotify and iTunes podcasts. As far as current things, there's so much music dropping. We heard Don Rivera. I played a little bit of Roy Tosh. Wasn't trying to get us muted today. You know how that goes as far as Facebook and YouTube when we play unlicensed music. I'm excited. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for the things that are to come, the artists that we're bringing on. Recently, we have Thanksgiving coming up as well. Want to hear what you guys are thankful for. If you guys are tuned in right now on Facebook, shout out to my boy Justice, as well as Isaiah's. Shout out to the homies tuned in right now. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, as well as radio unt.net on the app or on online. So big shout out to my daughter as well that's tuned in. I know she's tuned in on the live stream on YouTube. Let's see who else we got tuned in. All right. Yeah, I want to give Melina a shout out on the show because she's tuned in on YouTube. We had I Am last week, who gave us a preview of his album, and that's the Tune Into the AM. If you're not following him, you could get the hashtag Tune Into the AM, as well as I Am Hip Hop. It's been a while since I've been solo on this show. I'm not gonna lie. So learning how to deal with that is something that I have to do. I'm gonna keep this moving for you guys. As far as topics, I do want to say it's been a rough week for me. We usually go over our week at the beginning of the show. I kind of jumped into the music. My mom had a mini stroke. It was a scare for me and my family. That was on Monday, so you guys can pray for her as she recovers. It's been rough. But I know that God has a bigger plan and a purpose always. I do want to thank everyone that has supported The Hype and The Verb. And as we roll into this weekend, I'm so excited for both events. If you guys have a talent, we do want to make sure that you guys are using your talents for the glory of God. We have our event as well in January that I'm excited about. We have Dayton and Loso coming to Orlando. As well, we have different albums that have been dropping and new singles. I do want to give a shout out to... What is this?
Reach, that new album. We can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, Reach just dropped an album. We can talk about that, and let's open the chat up for that. I want to hear your guys' feedback on the Reach album. I want to hear you guys' feedback on Nowadays. I know Anderson .Paak just dropped an album. This is a hip hop show, so we're here for you guys. I do want to play some singles while we wait. So let's go on and play Nothing Going On by Air Jordan, as well as we're going to play Purpose right after that. We'll just go into Purpose. But we got Nothing Going On. I'm sorry, it's Keys now. So Air Jordan goes by Keys. Shout out to Free Daps. They rocked it at the Orlando Magic halftime show. You could catch them on the Bleacher Report as well. But a big ups to Air Jordan, aka Keys, with Nothing Going On the Hype. Before we get into that, we're gonna get into Purpose on the Hype. Let's go.
Yeah. It feels as good as it sounds. Well aware of my enemy. Christ my energy. Better know we up. And it's all God. We don't need no luck. Well aware of my enemy. Christ my energy. Better know we up. And it's all God. We don't need no luck. Yo, this is the life. This is the richest I'll ever be. In him I find all of my value. I live for the Father who treasures me. Been in peace, been in war, guillotine. Catch it all like camera phones. This off the script, got in many scenes. This ain't a movie. Come direct, lean on the cross, watch him produce. Too many of us catch the wave, but thirst again, we without the juice. He got the most, still got the vision. I'm living distinguished, I'm after his heart and I pray for the nation. I know I'm a target, but Christ my demeanor and I gotta live. We gotta thrive, we are the church with a fire inside. Even if we gotta die to ourselves, I just pray that the gospel will keep us alive. Well aware of my enemy. Christ my energy. Better know we up, and it's all God. We don't need no luck. I know where I'm coming from. I know where I'm headed. I know you've been patient. I know I've been working. I know I'm not perfect. I look to perfection, but can't we just kick it like dance teams? I'm devoted to the one and only. One Lord, my only wife. You playing schemes, you young jabroni, my rock bottom. Look to perfection. I got the gift that gave a lift, and it's all praise to my only helper. Yeah. Well aware of my enemy. Christ my energy. Better know we up, and it's all God. We don't need no luck. Well aware of my enemy. Christ my energy. Better know we up, and it's all God. We don't need no luck.
Ostentação, palavra que eu gosto de ouvir.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been too long, way too long. It's been too long. Let's do it. Yeah, I've been waiting and counting the days, checking each box on the calendar page. I told everybody I'm out with the plague, only leaving my home if my house is in flames. I've been grinding like waiters with pepper. We've been working and saving this cheddar. I know you've been asking and waiting forever. Today is the day we gon' stay in together. The neighbors gon' think that we off of our rockers. I'm incognito, persona non grata. It's just you and me in the hot tub I bought us. So turn off your ringer and hop in the water. Ooh girl, they done messed up now. They done let us shut out everything that stressed us out, yeah. I got nothing going on except for me and you. I got nothing going on except for me and you. I got nothing going on except for me and you, me and you, me and you. And that's the way I like it. Breakfast for dinner and dinner in bed. We got Netflix on deck and nothing else in our heads. Yeah, I've been rapping all week, so my voice is shot, but it's cool, me and you can avoid the talk. So many people want so many things. Your boy can block all the noises off, cause our brains on the same wave. We do not care about what they say. You got me thinking of staying away, waving goodbye in my heyday. The back porch of the VIP, ain't nobody here to need a CID. Gym shorts and a clean white tee, that's a dress code, they don't wanna be like me. I got nothing going on except for me and you. I got nothing going on except for me and you. I got nothing going on except for me and you, me and you, me and you. And that's the way I like it. Looking deep in your eyes, I'ma jump in. I'm in the hammock, I'm stunting. All of these nothings are full up with something. When it's done, I'll be bumping. Me and you, me and you, me and you, yeah. Me and you, me and you, me and you, girl. I got nothing going on except for me and you. I got nothing going on except for me and you. I got nothing going on except for me and you, me and you, me and you, and that's the way I like it. Me and you, me and you, me and you, girl. Me and you, me and you, me and you, girl. Me and you, me and you, me and you, yeah. Me and you, me and you, me and you, girl.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Crescendo. We are back live on the hype. And your boy is still on his way. But I want to give some shout outs to Jay for tuning in, as well as my boy Joe Rock, some local MCs, and as well Jay is my brother-in-law. So I'll see him next week for Thanksgiving. So I'm excited for that. Ooh, we got to play some NF. That's a shout out to Jay. Yeah, main reason why we don't play people like NF is because Facebook decides to mute us. So we can play clips, 30 seconds. That's what they'll get. I'll throw some NF in the playlist after the show. If you guys want to tune in as well with us on IG, we'll throw the playlist as well. But I am excited for everything that's going on in the music industry. Reach did announce their Christmas album, and 116 is apparently back. So I'm hearing, right? Is that what I'm hearing, Miguel?
That's what you say. Yeah.
So if 116 is back, it's back. We're hoping to see what good can come from that. People going back to their roots is always a good thing. We always appreciate when people, return to their roots. I think the tough part about being a Christian artist, especially a Christian hip hop artist, is learning your blend. Where you stand on certain things needs to be permanent, but at the same time, when you're talking to certain people, it can be difficult. Because we have Peters and Pauls. That's what I call them. I would say the Peters in the industry are the ones that are like, yo, I'm a Christian rapper. And I think the Pauls are like I'm a rapper that's Christian. That'll get philosophical on you and try and sound deeper than they really are. But I think in the end, I think we all have to make that decision on what our convictions are. People doing music, I just want to give you guys a shout out to everyone tuned in today. Shout out to Louis. He gave me a phone call while we were live. So Louis, shout out to you for tuning in. Man, I am really stalling at this point, Miguel. I really am. Oh my gosh. You know what? We're going to play some Nowadays, actually. We're going to play some Nowadays, and I'm going to give him a call and see where he's at. We're going to put on Weather We. It's his latest single off of his album. Guys, enjoy it. I'm praying that Nowadays didn't get into a car accident right now. This is Weather We, a premiere live exclusive on The Hype. Let's go.
Does it get easier?
No. Yes. It gets easier. And the more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. And you'll figure that out. And I'm not worried about you. Keep riding, keep riding, keep riding.
Most of these artists live behind a facade, and if I really let loose, I could
rob them of jobs, that's not my goal though. Trying to get her beyond local, with soul and vocals that can soothe the global chokehold. With Fender Rhodes, a few trombones and bass played low tone, they trying to compensate for the low bone. Paying for promo, we get heated for the pro bono. Check the skid marks, you just caught an L in slow-mo. Too busy blowing smoke cause your fog machine choke. Finally realize your whole style's a joke. Get your focus, how you violated and you soapless. Got the bottom bump, now you stuck with a lump in your throat. Can't speak, not really, can't see whether you put effort or thought. It shines better to swine you through with treasures and folded under pressure. Right now, you feel fed up to God. You ain't clever.
Whether we go, whether we stop now, it's all just a show. Is it a phase, or will I grow? Where are we?
I held back and then some, used my words as weapons. Hurt feelings when I had left them, then put their motives to question. Didn't budge when they told me to move. I was full of myself. I thought I had nothing to prove. Didn't see some were looking out, so I took a crooked route and chewed them out. Didn't see how I was losing out, holier than thou. So I thought I let grace abound. Lost some real friends and didn't see the fake ones around. On my hate me now, you can hate me now. Thought a plank in my eye couldn't take me down. Getting mad when I saw others doing me instead of rejoicing. I let pride burn, was true indeed. Why am I anxious and stressed? Once viewed this as weak. Getting mad that I didn't do nothing to change it. Tried talking to God, but didn't speak in his language. Filled with anguish, but I cast it on God, cause he could take it.
Whether we go, whether we stop now, it's all just a show. Is it a phase, or will I grow? Where are we? Where are we?
Yeah, it's your boy Crescendo from The Hype. Live, we got the infamous Nala Deus.
Running a little late, very late actually.
30 minutes late, but it's all good.
Very late, sorry.
So we just played Weather We. Let's talk about Weather We. What does that mean?
It's basically not acting on what you should be doing at the moment. Oh yeah, I gotta talk into the mic. I'll be watching this and I'll be seeing people like this. But no, just really not acting on your actions. You know what I mean? Like complaining. It's almost like complaining. But if you don't do somebody else is gonna do the opposite, or they're gonna counteract your energy. So like if you're not doing God's work, for instance, the enemy's still working. Mm-hmm. You know, so whether you do something or not, there's always something else working at work. So it's like you're valuable, so you need to actually do the work. You actually need to get out there. So whether you do it or not, you know what I mean? Like it's like you want to be a part of something, or do you want to just kind of sit back and let somebody else do what you can do? You know what I mean? If that's in a nutshell.
Yeah. So we're talking about your 10th studio album, Letters to You, today.
Yes.
What does it feel like to say that statement out loud?
10. I feel old now. Not like it's not like everybody knows those ones, the other ones, but it's been blessing, man. I've been 15. I started taking it serious around 15 years old, 14, 15 years old maybe. And music's been a part of my life a long time, and I wouldn't take it back anything for the world, man. Because I got to make great friends, you being one of them. Meet some amazing people. God has allowed me to travel with it. I can't complain, bro. I don't know how many albums I got left in me, but I'll keep going if that's what God wants, you know.
You're probably one of the most consistent artists that I know.
Thank you, man.
Doing Christian music in Orlando, as well as one of the most consistent doing music in Orlando. People have seen a little bit here and there about a movement you're starting called Feel Good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
I'm talking like I'm third party, but I'm a part of it. But
good interview. That's what that means. You're a good interviewer.
That's all that is.
No, well, Feel Good, of course, Crescendo's a part of it. Feel Good is really just my answer to kind of like Whether We, you know what I mean? I feel like we just got to do something. We have to, kind of like entrepreneurial spirit, like, hey, let's just do something about, hey, we're all talented individuals. We're like-minded. We think very similarly, and like I said, we're talented. And instead of waiting for a cosign or waiting for the label deal, and I've had a lot of interactions with that. I know you've had your interactions, so it's like, dude, I just want to create my own opportunity. We have so many, I don't know, like a lot of, what's the word, examples to look at, like people who said, well, they're not doing it the way I would do it, so why don't you just do it? Or I want to make sure the type of music I enjoy is available. Or how people will say, oh, I don't like what's on the radio. Well, why don't you make the music that you want to hear?
It's true.
It's an answer to we should all be problem solvers of our own problems. Like if we see an issue out there, hey, I'll do something about it instead of waiting for somebody else to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what Feel Good movement in a nutshell is.
Yeah,
well.
I mean, we talked about the album Feel Good and
Yes.
How
That's
it's
where it
spelled.
started.
It's different. It's
Yes.
Phil, Fill,
Like Dr. Phil. No, I was just
Phil, like filling the water.
That's your problem, man. No, I'm saying.
And then you got Good, which is spelled GX-D.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, but.
Yes.
In order to feel good,
you got to be filled with God. So I spell God capital G-D. It's rooted in like Jewish tradition, but really it's like reverence because they didn't use vowels in the old text, which I know you mean, my boy here knows his thing. So and then fill, just like a play on words. So instead of feel, it's fill, and I think it's kind of it was the album concept, and then it became the movement concept. But I had this idea for doing something with that name because it's so unique. I've never heard of it before, and Chris can vouch for that. So it's I don't know. I just feel good about it.
No pun intended.
I feel good about it.
So we're coming in tomorrow. We're gonna be doing the Verb with you and our boys Hazakim.
Yes.
For those that
Shout out
don't
to
know,
Hazakim.
we shout out to Hazakim. Shout out to everything that they're doing. Nowadays got to work with them a little bit before.
Very much like mentors in many ways.
And it's really dope to see that those artists were very true to who they are. They're really dope hip hop heads as well as very rooted in their theology.
Yes. They don't play.
I think it was Lecrae that gave Theophanies to Talib Kweli.
Oh, it was Lupe.
Oh, Lupe.
He saw Lupe Fiasco at an airport. It was dope because Tony told me the story, and Mike, they which are the Hazakim members, they saw Lupe Fiasco, Lecrae saw Lupe Fiasco, and Lupe Fiasco has Islamic background, so he said, hey, check this out, just because the way they break down the Old Testament, and that's dope. So.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Dope.
These are some great background stories that people don't know and stuff that's going on. So because you were so late...
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
we're going to play Withdrawals.
Yes.
And then we might have to do something for the hype, something special.
Okay. That's fine.
So we're going to go into Withdrawals. Another hype premiere exclusive.
Yes.
We here live with Nowadays. Throw your questions in the chat,
yes,
whether
please.
you're on YouTube or on Facebook, and we'll take a look at those. But this is your boy Nowadays with Withdrawals.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm getting anxious with no patience to sustain all these changes, been complacent. I like staying here but not staying still, yeah. I like the routine of routine, soaking up this sofa's dust. Please don't uproot me, my only lust is only us. And if it rains, the precious metals here will only rust. I get high on the fumes that reside in the room that I hide. The fumes supply the tomb I'm inside, My only regret is regret. Sensing the need for change, my room gets upset. I hear a voice calling, the distraction is stalling. To not leave, I feel the itch for just a hit to get my fix, and then that's it. I can just quit without the risk. I'm not sick, man. If only it were easy. There's no clinic for a cynic, just a visit in a car, yeah. I guess I'm going through withdrawals. Every time in my mind I reply to the inside, nonchalant am I not caring. No worries or concerns I'm not bearing, but I need it, but I'm selfish. Felt good to sit back and watch as the days perish, but I quit my complacency. My strength and faith strengthens me. The look on my offspring keep me on a strong beam, to one day eventually be a pleasing offering. And if I fell, it's on me, and I don't wanna relapse to die softly. Unfinished goals buried in my soul haunt me, keep me blinking out on the random route when they call me. Then complain when the result is the same. Looking for others around me to place blame, when it was from me that the result came.
Yo, we are back live on the hype. We got
like many American cities,
Nowadays in the studio.
Yes.
Not in traffic.
Oh man, it's traffic.
Looking for my chapstick. There's a Ford Maverick.
Oh man, yeah. What a day.
It's been crazy. And we're gonna go ahead and put him on the spot.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna have to do it pretty big. See, I know what you're doing.
We're doing it. We just gotta do it. Spit some bars. Michelle's in the back, and we'll do it.
Y'all call that. Only for the hype.
That's presidential.
Presidential
nowadays, aka Obama. Anyways,
know what you're thinking.
Because it's the hype, we got to do bars, and
Okay.
we got nowadays in the studio, so we're gonna do.
The pressure's on.
We're gonna do some bars on Common, right?
Yeah, the Common they say beat.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna do something I recorded a while back.
1, 2, let's do this.
Let's go.
Put it up a little bit.
Heard that new Andy, but we been on that. Just happy it's finally getting back to spitting raps. Facts still feel good, so I can't complain. But it's lame, cause watch everybody get on that wave. This claim the whole time I've been doing the same. You know the stilo, still slaves, but swear we free though. Shells fell, Elmo low, time for a reload. Don't got time for snakes, wasted time for a freeload. It's time to clean house with a clean start. We were like brothers, Fredo, he broke my heart. An imposter, so it's Lake Tahoe in Nevada. I'll take the lack of response as a constant reminder. But off that, I got my hard hat and the floor plans were all tasks and just enough hands to do all that. Real rap, if it don't make you feel good, homie, peel back. It's God and rap in high demand. Most rappers just magicians cast a sleight of hand, bringing adequate bars so your minds expand. And I mean MCT, not GED, so it's FILLGX-D. Had to pave my own lane for the outcasts with no names who spit flames next to Ghost Riders. We owe fame while y'all still betting hard cash in a fixed game. While I got ticks in advance to Golden State. So while y'all watch to anticipate a loss, tell me in how many games, how concerned is the boss?
Feel good.
That's feel good. That's feel good.
So it's nerve-wracking for me to rap.
Just so y'all know, man, that's live. He actually can rap live. And if y'all tuned in on IG, that was bars for y'all. That's bars. Man, I'm excited for this show tomorrow night.
Yes, very.
I'm excited for everything that's coming out of it. As far as you're gonna get physical copies coming in the next week, hopefully. So make sure you guys get his Cash App, which would obviously be that money sign Naladeus. So
Yes,
make sure you get that physical copy.
Yes. PayPal as well.
As well, it's available now on iTunes and Google Play and Naladeus.com.
Yes.
So for the cast that don't know how to spell Naladeus for them.
It's it's Knaladeus. I know it's a really weird name, but it takes too long to go into why I have that one. But it is something that's stuck for like what, 10 years now?
Yep.
So Knaladeus, and in layman's terms, what it rarely means is knowing God's love. So I thought that was kind of neat. Doesn't exist though.
That's what's up.
The word.
Because people are like, Deus, that's God. He thinks he's a God rapper. He's a God MC.
No.
He's Hove.
Oh, it's your boy.
It's your boy.
No.
Oh man.
You won't see me covering one of my eyes in any photos or anything like that.
Sure, no triangle, no upside down triangle.
Oh,
no pentagrams.
No shapes. I don't like geometry.
Oh man. So yeah, and let's also talk about the fact that you're half the person you were.
Oh God, yes.
Half the person you were when you last came here.
Yeah.
Where did that go?
I always like to say God raptured part of me up early. No, I'm just kidding. It was keto diet. I know it's like a fad now, but my wife's cousin was trying to get me on it for 2 years. I was like almost 350 pounds. If you watch the replay of the last interview we did here about a year ago, I was pretty big, and I'm not like a spokesperson for Atkins or anything like that, but it worked for me. And 10 months later, 130 pounds down. And
bro,
praise God, man. I'm
130 pounds. He actually weighs less than me, y'all. I feel some type of way.
116, 118.
Yeah. I feel some
216.
type of way.
What am I talking about? I'm like,
I mean, he's only 5 pounds. 216, 216. 5 pounds less than me, but still.
Now we're twinsies, bro. Now we're twinning,
twinsies,
bro.
so now we can
I can wear your jacket now. Prove that the other day.
But yeah, man. I'm just really excited about everything that's going on. The album. Let's talk more about the album and Letters to You. You have like a cryptic message on the back.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to bring that up. That's pretty dope. For anybody that really loves detail,
yes.
Nowadays is pretty good at throwing in detail into his albums.
Try to make it interesting.
The track list is actually a message.
Yes.
The track list, I'm gonna just read it off because I think it's dope. Because it's Letters to You is the album, and it says, whether we lose or win, it still feels the same unless you fight past withdrawals.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah. You know, the idea came to me because I was like, I'm calling it Letters. I wanted to make like songs that were like personal, that were like for other people to listen to and go, man, I could relate with that. Maybe I'm going through something like that, you know? So I was like, it just kind of like, I know it's kind of like a common sense message, you know, whether we lose or win, it still feels the same unless you fight past withdrawals. But I've known, not to get too deep about it, but I personally known addicts. I've known people who struggle with things that they're addicted to, both mentally, spiritually, everything. And it's always hard to get past the withdrawals. But if you get past that point, you realize it wasn't one worth the time to do whatever it was that you were doing to keep you, you know, trapped, or it wasn't really that hard. After a while, you look back and go, it didn't have to be so painful for me to let go of everything I was doing or whatever it was. But yeah, I wanted to give them something fun. Like I wanted the artwork to actually make someone go, oh, this is like I could keep this, you know, like this is like a little mental note or something, you know?
Yeah, I think, you know, you get really personal on the album.
Yeah.
And you know, we had Dayton last week, who just dropped a
Shout out to Dayton.
very personal album about his divorce and what it means to be Christian and go through that process. And then we also got you now with this album, the song Pop.
Yes.
You know, you're talking about addictions and dealing with things. I don't know if you feel open to talk about that.
Of course. Of course.
But I know your dad at one point, and you know, he struggled with a drug addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And for most people who deal with parents who suffer from any kind of addiction, it's kind of hard to write a song for them that's not like Eminem saying, "I'm sorry, mama," you know,
being negative, or
being negative and show them in the light. But I think it's pretty powerful what you did with Pop, because in Pop you decided to go a positive route.
Yeah.
And really talk about the good things that you found.
I'll go into it a little bit. Basically, with Pop, and I know it resonated with you as well. I wanted it to resonate. It's as much a song for fathers as it is for sons, like our children. I want kids who may be going through that. Like my dad is in a better place at this moment, but yeah, I mean, he went through some things. He sold. He did things. You know, we lived in the hood and unfortunately the inner city. So we were byproducts of that, I guess. You know, I hate using that word, but it's the truth. And so growing up in a disenfranchised neighborhood, and you know, people sell drugs and do things like they shouldn't, and then get addicted. And to be honest, my dad would always ask me. He's the one who introduced me to rap. So if I wouldn't know about hip hop or anything if it wasn't for my father initially, and he, you know, he's being from New York and saw it come into fruition himself, hip hop itself. But anyway, he will always say, you know, you don't gotta always talk about what I did wrong. You know, I would love you to do a song for me that's not negative. And so that's why the first line of the song I said, I know you said I never make a song for you, and if I did, I say something's wrong with you. That was the first line that came to me, and it was a beautiful moment because I got to hear it on the speakerphone with my mom, my sister, and him at his job, and I heard him get choked up, and my mom was crying because she knows that it meant a lot to me. I got choked up, I ain't gonna lie, I cried, but it was a personal thing. Like, you know, I tried to write a song from the perspective of the 8-year-old me, the little me, saying like, I used to look at you, man, you were my superhero at one point. And I wanted him to know, like, I still want to take the good stuff from you. You know, it wasn't all bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's tough. It's a tough situation, but love my pop. He gave me music and tough skin.
Yeah. So. I mean, for a long time, for me personally, I took pride in learning how to cook and learning to be a chef, just like my dad.
Yeah.
So like we take some of the positive traits of our parents, even when you come from a situation that's negative, you still, as human beings, we do that. As Christians, we do it even more because we try and find the good in where God took us from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learning those good things and kind of moving forward from that. So, you know, again, that chorus though is fire though.
Yeah. So by the way, and if you look on my website, true story, if you look on the website, because you can't see the bonus tracks unless you purchase the full album on my website. Just how they have it set up, because they're bonus tracks. But Pop, which is the song that ends off the whole project, which I think is perfect, because my dad is actually rapping in it, and shout out to my dad. My boy Crescendo here actually came up with the hook, and it like I said, me and, you know, for people that don't know, me and him have a lot of what's the word, mirror image life experiences, like just a lot of stuff in common. So it makes, to me, it's so dope that he came up with the hook because how similar our situations were. So, you know, I think it's dope, and he sang it for me first, so it was pretty. He was on point with it. And, you know, he's like, why don't you just sing that? And I was like, man, I was about to make him sing it.
I was like,
no, he can hold no. But yeah. But I think the song resonated with him that much that he said, man, we got to do something dope on the hook. And he gave me a dope hook. So shout out to you, because it made the song. My dad loves the hook, by the way. He loves the hook, bro. He
Yeah.
personally like, yo, is that you singing? I'm like, yeah, but I can't take credit for the hook. I can't do that.
But no, and you know, I joke around and I say that, but for real though, it did resonate. We both came from up north.
Yes.
So when we talk about mirror images, you know, at a young age, I was raised in Chicago.
Yeah.
While I was in, so shout out to Chi-Town, 312.
Hey.
All my people up there in Logan Square and Humboldt Park.
Oh snap. Gotta know that. We
but,
gotta be there to know that.
but we got Harrisburg in the building.
Yes, Harrisburg, PA is all backwards on my live, but Harrisburg, PA. Well, they're probably catching it better than my live plays. But Harrisburg, PA. Yeah. It's to not go too deep into it. It's just it's the capital of the state, and it's like the worst city, economic wise, job wise, violent wise. And I put a little bit of information into the album, not to like flaunt it, but to say, hey, let's pay attention, because as we both know, Chicago unfortunately has that reputation already.
Chirac.
Yes, and it's unfortunate, you know, like, because you grew up there, people used to walk those streets, and it doesn't seem to get better even with gentrification. They don't even want to gentrify Harrisburg. That's how bad it is. They're trying to start, but it just makes it worse. People don't realize that when you just kick people out of homes and force them into desperate situations, they start doing desperate things. So I still have family who live there. A lot of them moved, and I rep it, and I hope to bring light in that city. I love Harrisburg. I'm not ashamed to be from that city. It's not in the best conditions, but it's home. It's still my hometown, and I hope God will use me to do something to that city eventually, and He will. So.
Yeah, again, I want to give a shout out to all the people tuned in. Yes. We had Living Proof, Jason V. He'll be at the Verb tomorrow as well. Shout out to Francis and my sister Shannon. I'm just excited to be a part of a talented artist's story. You know what I mean? Mm. I've known you for a long time, so to kind of break bread with you now and to be able to use family. Platforms like The Hype,
yeah.
You know, to share your story. I think it's important that some of these stories be told. And yeah. I could go the route and play Lecrae, NF, Triple E, a lot of the bigger artists. But what we try and do here with The Hype is really bring light to artists that really need the light.
Yeah.
And artists who are developed, who are developing, and who are representing their city well.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays does a good job of repping Harrisburg and Orlando pretty well.
Shout out to Orlando as well. I don't want people to think I abandoned the city. But I will say this real quick. I want to give a shout out to Crescendo and to my man Miguel and Radio UNT for giving opportunities to independent artists like me. You know, they could easily play, like you said, Lecrae, like just the default and what's popular. But you know what? It's dope because we got opportunity, and I don't take it for granted. You know, this is I'm always honored to be here because it's a platform, man, and I'm honored that to even be on here. You know what I mean? Like you guys giving opportunities to artists that may not get those opportunities. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm super excited about the album. It's live now, so people can tune in. I'm almost positive it's gonna be on Spotify tomorrow.
It better be. And, Spotify's been playing games right now, bro.
Spotify has been playing games.
Yo, Spotify, what's up? Sponsor me.
No, just shout out to all the indie artists trying to do their thing.
Yes. Yes.
And, if you know of artists, make sure you hit them up. Let them know about The Hype.
Yes.
We're always open and willing. We got a submission link in our bio on IG as well, on Facebook. If you click to learn more, we're all about indie artists. Yeah. We have a heart for the community. And, we just fight on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that we're going to play Fight.
Hey,
by nowadays.
Shout out to Kez.
But shout out to Kez, former Radio UNT superstar.
She's a little under the weather. She's a little under the weather right now. So,
but we're gonna do this. We're gonna give Nowadays a chance to shout out where to find him, where to find Feel Good, and then we'll talk about we'll play the fight and close out the show.
All right, so I'm trying to make this quick. Okay, so you can get me at knaladeus.com, which is the website. You can find most of my catalog up there. Anything you don't have, if you don't like getting whole albums, get singles. You just search that name I just said, KNALADEUS, on any, like, Google it, Spotify, everything like that. You can find it. It's nobody else has it, so it's pretty cool for that. And Feel Good, of course, on IG. You're gonna have to help me out with that one because I always forget how we put it.
Yeah, it's Phil, FILLGXOD.
Yes.
Movement.
Yes.
So Feel Good Movement. We have a full slew of creatives.
Yes.
So if you want to shout out the creatives on your team.
So of course Crescendo, my man is he's just so intelligent and savvy on marketing. He's an MC, of course. I mean, he's
Mercado.
just
It's marketing.
Mercado. You know what I'm saying?
It was
I like that.
Destined,
I like that.
predestined.
But he's just amazing with that, man, and just, I mean, he brings a lot to the table. He's always been a big. Before we were tight, he was always a supporter, and now it's like dope to have a friend, but he's also a supporter. He's like a brother. And then, of course, Rich Cologne, which is another MC. He messes with graphic design as well as Crescendo, working with graphic design, who's amazing. And yeah, man, he's now in Detroit from Orlando originally, and amazing MC artist, dope hip hop. My boy Andre Gallardo out in Texas, amazing graphic designer, he's the art director, and he'll make us all look good. But no, yeah, this is corny. It was bad. It was a dad joke. But but yeah,
not only feel
Andre.
good but look good.
Look good. But shout out to Andre, and also shout out to Soy Is Real, the Filipino. He's a problem. You know what I mean? I love that guy. No, but we both know. So he's known Soy longer. He's known him longer. He goes back one longer. But I think I met Soy in 2007. Amazing producer. He also can spit fire. And he's just amazing. He a photographer, videographer. He has his own clothing line. He's amazing, brother. And again, it's all these collective people involved are just genuine people. Like we all we just said we all just want to come together like Voltron and make moves, man.
Yeah, you know? It's so funny. I remember meeting Soy in high school. He was playing beats off of a speaker.
Wow.
And he was popping, locking in the courtyard.
He used to break.
And breaking. And I was like this young, hungry artist.
Yeah, man.
That I heard his beats and I was like, yo.
And he doesn't realize that he does this weird dance when he listens to beats. When he gets real into it, he does like this Bollywood move. He'll be like, he says that he doesn't see him do it, but he has like a natural thing. Yes, when he starts getting really into it, he has like, you know that better. He has a bop.
Yeah.
When he starts getting goofy, but he likes it. Shout out to Soy, man.
Oh my gosh. And I could tell you, man, when I saw that, it was just like he played this sample and I was like, yo, that's fire. I was like, yo, how much you charge for beats?
Yeah.
And he was like, charge.
Yeah.
He's like,
that's how far to go back.
He's like, bro, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's high school, right?
And yeah, and we recorded the track. I may have to play it sometime for the hype.
Yes, you have to.
But it was a sample of Marvin Gaye. Everybody plays a fool.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Everybody
plays a fool sometimes.
Yeah.
And
that was the breakbeat Soy era.
Yes. So we'll have to play that sometime. Maybe I'll play that when he comes on again.
Shout out to Soy, man.
But shout out to Soy. Again, shout out to Naladeus for coming in.
Thank you, man.
And guys, continue to fight. We'll see you at the Verb this weekend.
Get better, Kez.
We'll see you at the Verb this weekend. You're listening to The Hype. This is Fight featuring Kez Soul.
Fighting to survive the day others, aspirations and goals that drives a wife away. Knowing damn well if he quits his drive will die someday. While I got baggage of my own, but I gotta stay strong cause there's someone on the line while the others on hold. Crying on the phone while another fam says I need to act grown, should be living on my own, but I'm lazy, it's crazy. I recall that person with issues of their own, bouncing around, playing places, looking for complacence while I show patience. But I guess I'm wrong, asking myself, should I place this in a song? Cause if it's all love, we'll always make up with a hug. But maybe I'm too honest to jot this, to get you in your head on the edge like a plot twist.
Give your all, be legit. Sometimes we crawl, sometimes we sprint. We are fighting, scratching, surviving. Give your all, be legit. Sometimes we crawl, sometimes we sprint. We are fighting, scratching, surviving.
Haven't found rest in his house yet. It's been a few weeks since I've heard someone shout yet. Trying to see sunlight hasn't beamed through the clouds yet. Haven't learned to say no. Afraid I won't grow so I can stand firm on a yes and no. Hard to practice a set when the kids don't rest. Trying to make calls with no time to text. About to have surgery, Achilles been hurting me because I ain't complaining. No one sees the urgency. Trying to push my music to folk who never heard of me, while others recite bars not theirs, just perjury. And get a pass but didn't sit in for class. While time slips away with no account for the past. It zips fast, quick flash and leave you with whiplash. The tunnel's darkest before you get to the end. By then, you'll adapt if you get pulled back in. I'm saying,
give your all, be legit. Sometimes we crawl, sometimes we sprint. We are fighting, scratching,